Hi, good morning dear students. The last class we discussed about the storage devices or memory devices. You know memory devices means what? The devices which are used to store the data and instruction. The devices which are used to store data and instruction in computer, these are called memory devices. There are different types of memory devices. Already you know there are CD, pen drives, memory card, then hard disk. Okay, these are all memory devices. You can store data in these devices. Okay, in these devices easily you can store the data. Okay, there are different devices we have to use it in computers. Okay, these are nothing but memory devices. What you have to store here? You have to store data. Okay, data means what? You can store videos, audios. Okay, then files. Okay, you can store it. Okay, this is the devices used which is used for to store data and instructions. These are called what? These are called memory devices. Okay, then these are called also storage devices. Last class you discussed about this. Then you know how to measure the storage capacity of computer. Okay, how to measure the storage capacity of computer by using a byte. Okay, last class we discussed about this by using a byte. Byte means what is byte? Byte means sequence of 8 bits. Sequence of 8 bit is called what? 1 byte. Okay, almost you know the see, for example, 1 kb. 1 kb means 1 kilobyte. Okay, 1 kilobyte. 1 kilobyte almost the files are in kb. Files are in kb. Almost you know videos are in mb. Okay, mb means megabyte. Okay, you have to remember, see, always we can measure our memory devices. Okay, you have to measure your storage capacity of computer. Okay, by using bytes. For example, take a memory card. Memory card, for example, you have a 32 GB. GB means gigabyte. Okay, the cd memory capacity is how much? 700 mb, like this. Okay, mb means megabyte. Okay, this you have to remember. See, what is byte? Byte means sequence of 8 bit. Sequence of 8 bit. Bit means what? Bit, bit, bit. Bit means, b means binary, it means digit. Binary digit, either 0 or 1. 0 or 1. Why it is why the memory devices it can understand 0 and 1? See, the computer is made up of electronic machine. Electronic machine means it has a electrical and electronics components. Electronic components knows the signal off and on. Okay, off means 0, on means 1. That's why the computer can understand a binary language. Binary means, by means 2. Only it knows only 2 characters, that is 1 0 and 1. That's why you have to measure your computer storage capacity can be measured in terms of a byte. Okay, byte means sequence of 8 bit. Okay, bit. Then bit means what? Binary digit, either 0 or 1. Okay, this is you have to remember. Last class we discussed about this. Then you know last class we discussed about the how many types of memory devices you have. See, there are 3 types of memory devices. See, there are 3 types of memory devices. One is a primary memory, then a secondary memory, then a cache memory. Okay, there are 3 types of memory devices. Okay, one by one you have to study it. Okay, today class we have to study about the primary memory. Okay, what is primary memory? See, primary memory means what? What are the features of primary memory? These you can study. See, primary memory, it is also called main memory. Okay, main memory. Okay, it is also called main memory because without this memory we can't run the computer. We cannot run the computer. Okay, see, what is primary memory or main memory? So many times in examination one marks question carries what is main memory, like this. Memory is nothing but what? A primary memory. See, what is primary memory or main memory? See, main memory means, see, it stores the memory which stores the data and instruction temporary. Temporary, it can store the data and instruction. That type of memory is called a primary memory. Primary memory means it stores the data temporary only. Okay, temporary it stores the data, not permanently it stores the data in computer. Temporary it stores the data. Okay, that type of memory is called what? That type of memory is called primary memory antare. Example of primary memory is RAM and ROM. Okay, RAM and ROM are the example for a like a main memory. So last year examination ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ, write one example for main memory. Write one example for main memory. Main memory example, best example is a RAM. RAM is a best example for, okay, best example for primary memory. ನೀವು RAM ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟಾನ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ it will be erase. Okay, within a minute it will be erase. Okay, that's why RAM ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ it is a temporary memory ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. Okay, the RAM is an example for what? See, primary memory, or see, primary memory is also called temporary memory. It is also called temporary memory. Why it is called a temporary memory? Means whatever data you can store in this, it will be erased. Okay, it will be erased. That's why it is temporary. It stores the data. Temporary it stores the data. RAM ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟಾ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಡಾಟಾ, ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ. ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೆಮರಿ ಕಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟಾ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ಲಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ ಡಿವೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಡಾಟಾ, ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಡಾಟಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್, okay, data will be stored temporarily. That's why it is a primary memory. That's why it is a primary memory. This is you have to remember. So many times examination alli kelidane, give the example for temporary memory. That is nothing but the RAM. RAM is an example for a temporary memory. Okay, see, then the next feature is the primary memory is called a temporary memory. Why it is called? Means it stores the data temporarily. Okay, then the second one is a primary memory is a semiconductor memory. It is a semiconductor memory. Why it is called semiconductor memory? Because the primary memory components are made up of semiconductor components. Okay, see, sir, the primary memory devices are made up of semiconductor component. What is semiconductor component? These are nothing but electronic component. Okay, these devices can be made up of semiconductor components. That's why these memories are called semiconductor memory. This is also asked so many times. What is semiconductor memory? Semiconductor, which is the semiconductor memory? See, which is the semiconductor memory? Primary memory is the semiconductor memory. Why it is? RAM is made up of semiconductor components. Semiconductor components means there are some type of electronic components. These are, okay, that this is made up of a that's why it is called semiconductor memory. RAM is also called semiconductor memory. Okay, this is you have to remember. This is the second feature. Then the third feature is it is called primary memory is called volatile memory. Volatile memory means what? Volatile means so many times is question ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ, what is volatile memory? Okay, RAM is a volatile memory antare. Primary memory is a volatile memory. Why means, see, during power failure it is a volatile memory. During power failure whatever data you can store in these will be erased. Okay, during power failure, for example, ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಈಗ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಟೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಟೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಯಿತು. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇಜ್, ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಪೇಜ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹೋಗಿಂದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಪೇಜಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಪೇಜ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ರ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ರ್ಯಾಮ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಒಂದು ಪೇಜ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ವರ್ಕು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆ ಪೇಜು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ದಟ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಟೈಪಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನೌ ಇನ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್. ನೀವು ಸೇವ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇವ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೇವ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ರ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಡಾಟಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎರೇಸ್. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಮೆಮರಿ? Volatile memory means, what is volatile memory? See, volatile memory means during power failure. During the power failure, whatever data you can store will be erased. Okay, that will be erased. This type of memory is called a volatile memory antare. Volatile, this is also asked so many times in the exam. What is volatile memory? During power failure, whatever data you can store in primary memory will be erased. Okay, this type of memory is called a volatile memory. Volatile memory. Okay, this is what example for volatile memory is a RAM. ನೀವು ರ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಒಂದು 2 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ. ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಮೆಮರಿನೂ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಮೆಮರಿನೂ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. ದೆನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸಿ ದ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಸಿ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 10 GB, ಸಿ 160 GB, 500 GB ಹಾಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಹಂಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮರೀಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, 2 GB ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 6 GB ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ 8 GB ಮಟನೂ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅದರ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ 64 GB ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. 64 GB ರ್ಯಾಮು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ memory irutte. In RAM you have a very, it is a primary memory is a limited memory. Okay, this is you have to remember. Then see the access time is low. Access time means what? Access time is very low. It takes the data, okay, fastly to the RAM. Okay, for example ನೀವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಜ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪೇಜ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಪೇಜ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗು, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿ ರ್ಯಾಮ್. It is comes into the RAM. That's why accessing time. What is access? Access means taken. Okay, the taken time from secondary memory to primary memory, taken time will be very less. Fastly it takes the data and display the data in the monitor. Okay, it takes the data fastly from other devices. Okay, and for example ನೀವು ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಏನಾದರೂ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್. ನೀವು ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದರೆ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇ ಇನ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ರ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಡಾಟಾ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಮೆಮರಿ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಲೋ. Very low means in very low time it takes the data. Okay, that is called access time. That these are costlier. Primary memories are devices. Primary memory devices are very costlier. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 64 GB ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ $600. 64 GB ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? $600. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ ಡಿವೈಸ್. ಅದೇ ನೀವು ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ, ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳೋದ್ರೆ 2 GB ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 2000 to 3000 rupees. ಓಕೆ, 2000 to 3000 rupeesಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 2 GB ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿಯರ್. Okay, compared to, for example, take a memory card, 32 GB memory card 400 rupeesಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ನೋಡಿ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 2 GB ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ 2000 to 3000 rupees ಇದೆ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, these are the features of primary memory. Last year 5 marks question ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ, write the features of primary memory or write the features of main memory. See, features, it is a temporary memory, then it is a semiconductor memory, then it is a volatile memory. Okay, then it is a limited memory, then it is a access time is very low. These are costlier. The example for primary memory is a RAM and ROM. The example for primary memory is a RAM and ROM. These are the features of a primary memory. Okay, one thing you have to remember, primary memory means ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶುಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್. ಟೆಂಪರರಿ it stores the data and instruction. Got it? Okay, this is you have to remember. That's why it is a primary memory ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇನ್ ಮೆಮರಿನೂ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Okay, this is you have to remember. These are the features of a primary memory. Okay, features of primary memory. Okay, then the next, now go for a example. Then what is RAM? See, then examination so many times the RAM ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತವೆ in examination ಅಲ್ಲಿ. See, what is a RAM? RAM, first it is a RAM is an example for what? It is a primary memory. It is an example for a primary memory. Okay, this is first you have to remember. See, primary memory. See, what is expand RAM ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. RAM means a random access memory. Random access memory. Why it is called random access memory? RAM again, see, you have to don't call RAM. Okay, it is called RAM. Okay, RAM means random access memory. Why it is called random access memory? Randomly it accessing the data. See, why it is called random access memory? Randomly it access means it takes, randomly it takes the data from CD, it randomly takes the data from pen drive, it randomly takes the data from a hard disk. Okay, see, like that's why it is called a random access memory. Randomly it takes the data from any other memory devices, that's why its name is a random access memory. For example, if you have take here, this is a see, this is one RAM is looking like this. Okay, in computer you have a RAM, you just check in your see, in a Google you have to go for RAM images, RAM in computer images, RAM computer images, definitely you got this like this. Okay, RAM ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. Okay, RAM, see, this is nothing but RAM. It takes the data, it takes the data from hard disk, it takes the data from CD, it takes the data from memory card. Okay, memory card, it takes the data from pen drive. That's why its name is a random access memory. It takes the data randomly, directly from CD, hard disk. Okay, that's why its name is a random access memory. In your mobile also, Android mobile ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, in the mobile also you have a RAM, ಅಲ್ಲಿನೂ RAM ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, ನೀವು see, it takes the data, okay, from a secondary memory card ಇಂದ ಡಾಟಾನ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ and display ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, it takes the data from memory card and display it. Okay, that's why RAM ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ RAM ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, that's why, see, the second is it speed up the processing speed. RAM is used to speed up this processing speed of your mobile, your computer. Processing speed ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, okay, must and should RAM ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ತೊಗೋಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ರ್ಯಾಮ್, ಇವೆರಡು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದಂಗೆ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ರೂ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 6 GB ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇತ್ತು, 4 GB ಇಂದ 6 GB ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇತ್ತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಓಕೆ, 6 GB ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇತ್ತಂದರೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್? RAM is random access memory. Expand RAM ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, random access memory. What is RAM ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. RAM means it is a temporary memory. It is temporary memory. It is used to store data instruction temporary only. It is used to store data instruction temporary. Then it is a read and write memory. It is a read and write memory. Read and write means, for example, new RAM, whatever the data will be stored in the RAM, you can read it and you can write it, or you can modify it. Okay, RAM ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ you can read that data and you can modify that data. Whatever data in the RAM, you can modify it and you can read it. For example, ನಾನು ಪೇಜ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಪೇಜ್ನ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ದಟ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ದಟ್ ಪೇಜ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೀಡ್ ಇಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ RAM. Okay, whatever data in the RAM, you can read it and you can modify it. Okay, that's why it is a read and write memory. It is read and write memory. Got it? See, then it is a temporary memory. Okay, give the example for temporary memory ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. RAM is the best example for temporary memory. Okay, then it increases the processing speed of your computer. Write one advantage of RAM ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Write one use of RAM. Okay, it increases the processing speed of computer. Okay, that's why you have to use RAM. RAM ಇಲ್ಲಾರ್ದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. computer start agalla. Why? Because RAM is very very important in computer and also in Android mobiles. Okay, see then the next, see, RAM is a volatile memory. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ volatile give the example for volatile memory ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. 2019 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. give the example for volatile memory. Give the example for volatile memory. Volatile memory means what? Volatile memory during power failure, whatever instruction stored in the RAM will be erased. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎರೇಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಡಾಟಾನ. 5 minutes ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಡಾಟಾನ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 5 ಪೇಜ್ ನೀವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 5 ಪೇಜ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಯ್ತು ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಪೇಜ್ 5 pages ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮರಿ. ರ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಡಾಟಾ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 5 minutes ಒಮ್ಮೆ 10 minutes ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೇವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಾಟಾ. Okay, you have to save your data. Why? Because whatever data you have to type it, that is in a RAM only. RAM is a temporary memory. RAM alli idu data ella enagutte erase agtirutte. That's why you have to remember always whatever work you have to do in computer, you have to save. Okay, you have to save it. Otherwise you are cannot getting that data. If you are not save means you are cannot getting that data. Why means RAM is a temporary memory. RAM is a volatile memory. Volatile means during power failure, whatever data you have in the RAM, that will be erased. That's why it is a volatile memory. Volatile memory. Okay, this is you have to remember. Okay, then these are the features of RAM. Last year in examination 3 marks you ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ. What is a RAM? Write its features. RAM is random access memory. It is a temporary memory used to store data in instruction temporary. Okay, then it is a read and write memory. It is a temporary memory. It is used to speed up the computer, it is processing speed of computer. Then it is a volatile memory. Okay, these are the features of this RAM. Okay, this is you have to remember. There are 2 types of RAM you have. There are 2 types of RAM. Okay, one is a static RAM, then is a DRAM, dynamic RAM. One is static RAM, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು dynamic RAM. So this is also different, so many times asked in the exam. One is static RAM, then second one is a dynamic RAM. Static RAM, almost now you are in computer, in mobiles, you are using a dynamic RAM only nowadays in computer we have to use a dynamic RAM. In mobiles also we are using dynamic RAM. Okay, then see, static RAM means what? Static RAM, it stores the information long time. Long time ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಒಂದು 5 minutes ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 5 minutes ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎರೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. RAM ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ it is a temporary memory. It cannot store data in permanent. It cannot store data permanently. Okay, but ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ static RAM it stores the data ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಡಾಟಾ ಇನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, 1 minute ಅಂತ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಾಟಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ನ್ಯೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕುಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ರ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನ್ಯೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್. It stores the information in a short time only. Okay, in short time only it erases the data will be erased from a dynamic RAM. Okay, this is you have to remember. Then the next, it consumes more power. This static RAM, it consumes more power. Then dynamic RAM, it consumes less power. That less power ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ. Okay, it consumes a very less power. Got it? Then the next, it does not require to refresh. Does not require to refresh ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, this is nothing but RAM. data ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ 5 minutes ಇರುತ್ತೆ, then that data will be erased. Then the data will be erased. The data ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ data ಕುಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ 5 minutes ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and then it will be erased. Means what? Periodically refresh ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. Periodically refresh, data will be refresh. Okay, 5 minutes ಒಮ್ಮೆ data refresh ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? in RAM ಅಲ್ಲಿ, because RAM is a temporary memory. But here see, required to refresh, required every time 1 minute ಅಷ್ಟೇ data store ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, required to refresh every time 1 minute ಒಮ್ಮೆ refresh ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ data, ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, but that is a internal process. Okay, it does not require to refresh. Does not require to refresh means long time na data ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 5 minutes na store ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ refresh ಮಾಡೋ chances ಇರಲ್ಲ. Got it? This is your difference. This is costlier. Static RAM is a costlier, okay, but dynamic RAM will be cheaper. Cheaper means dynamic RAM ನಿಮಗೆ 2000 ಇಂದ 3000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇದು 5000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 3000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 3000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ 2 GB RAM ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. these are the difference between static RAM and dynamic RAM. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. see what is RAM, mention the types of RAM. mention the types of RAM. RAM, you know, expand RAM, okay, random access memory. expand ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ expand ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. okay, then what is RAM ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ you have to write a definition. okay, like this. then there are two types of RAM. you have static RAM and dynamic RAM. okay, this is you have to remember. These type of questions are asked in the exam. okay, the today class you discuss about the what you want to discuss today class. you want to discuss about the primary memory devices. primary memory ಇವರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದು ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಡಾಟಾ ಏನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು 1 minute ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎರೇಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಆರ್ ಮೇನ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇಸ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್. ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಒಂದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ರಾಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಂದ್ರೂ ನಡೀತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ. ದೆನ್ ಯು ನೋ ದಿ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್. ದೆನ್ the difference types of RAM and difference between RAM. okay, this is what this is about today's class. next class we discuss about the ROM. okay, this is you have to write notes. okay, if you have any doubts you can call me or message me. thank you.